Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a monthly roundup that is almost halfway through the month because I didn't have time to film, or if I had time, I just didn't feel like it. And the biggest barrier actually has been putting on makeup to get on camera, which I think I might not do next time. I need to do one of these videos because do we need to have makeup on when we speak about things? Not necessarily. So anyways, today we're gonna talk about my favorites, one fail, and my empties for the month of July and a little bit of the beginning of August, but I think that's approximately all fine, all the same. Let's start with favorites. As you know, I was on holidays this month or in July, and I have made my own little Natasha Denona palette. I will link the video here in the cards of when I put this together. These are shades from Metropolis and Bronze by Natasha Denona that I put into my own little color story. I mean, to me, I actually would like to look at it like this, but I don't want to like blind you too much. I love this palette. I used it on holiday a ton. I used pretty much every shade in here, maybe a little bit less this gold and yellow. I don't know why, I wasn't really into the yellow this year, but I use a ton of these mattes all the time. These two very sparkly shimmers. I did a look with the whole red column here. To be honest, loved it, loved it, loved it. I brought two other palettes with me on holiday, the yellow and the green palette from Glam Shop, and I didn't really use them. I think I maybe used the green one once and that was about it. I just used this one all the time. Thing was also that I mainly wore makeup when I was going either out with family, like we had a family barbecue for my family, my extended family, to meet Andrea, and I was going for a bit more of a neutral, elegant, let's say, look. So then honestly I loved this one. And as you see, I mean, I've been back now 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I am very happy, and I'm keeping it this way. I really like it in this format. It's really easy to reach. All of my cream to powders are there. Love it. Another thing that I pretty much only take on holiday, and that's also when I bought it, but that I just love, is the Lime Crime Bushy Brow. I have the shade Brunette, and this is a brow liner. It's a brush liner, so actually I damaged a little bit of the tip because I have a few hairs sticking out to the side, but this is perfect. The way I prepare for my brows for holiday is that I laminate them so they stay up by themselves, and what I do is then I go in with this and really literally draw in tiny lines here where I have holes on the bottom part of my brow where I'm trying to grow it out for the past 10 years, I feel like. And this one works so well. It's so much easier than taking, I don't know, the brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I use when I'm at home. So that is what I have now because I'm trying to pan it. But this is such a good product. I would definitely repurchase it and probably wouldn't get a pomade afterwards. Like, I would just use this on my brows forever. Sounds good, right? Laminate the brows, push them up a little bit, or use soap brows to push them up. Fill in with this, a little bit of colored brow gel, and I'm done. Really happy with it, loved it. I bought it last year before the holiday we went on last year. I brought it on a holiday this year, and I still love it. And a year on, it still works perfectly fine. And I haven't been storing it in particularly vertical actually. Usually it's in my drawer, so it's horizontal, and it still works great. I am really happy with it. Two favorite items that are a bit new to me, but I've been loving, and by now I've had them for, I would say, almost a month, are the Fenty Beauty base products. I showed them to you in my latest Get Ready With Me. I purchased the Ease Drop in number 5 and the Bright Fix eye brightener in number 5 butter, and I am wearing butter right now under my eyes, but I have my ginseng tinted moisturizer on, and this is the perfect concealer for this type of very lightweight base, and I've used it also when I had no base on. It's really just a little bit brightening. It has quite a strong yellow undertone, and that actually for me quite contrasts and a little bit color corrects my redness. So I use it around my nose, on my chin, also in the center of my forehead, like I would a normal concealer, but it has such a low coverage that I kind of think that the effect that you get is really thanks to the color. So a little bit of color correction that I get correcting my redness. And under the eye, as you can see, it's not really concealed because you can still see a little bit of my own skin through underneath, but it's not, there's no darkness, it's really brightened. So really been loving this one. I hate the fact that you have to push it out through the tube on your hand, because there's a lot comes out every time, and I feel like I can't really control that very well. But for the rest, really like it. And the skin tint, the Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint, this is a really great low coverage everyday base for me. I've used it a lot on holidays, pretty much exclusively when I wore makeup. But here at home, I've been actually going back to using my Dior Backstage a little bit more because I want to finish that one. But this one has less coverage than that one, and it kind of blends into my skin better, and it's less of a makeup-y makeup. So I've been really enjoying this. You can check out my Get Ready With Me to see this going on to my skin. I mentioned a little bit about the color, but to be honest, I thought it was a little bit too light for me, because when it goes on, you really see that it's a bit light, but it shears out to the point that you can see my color. My redness is toned down, so in the end it looks good. I'm not wearing it today. As I said, I'm wearing the Zinc today. One item that is very pandemic related, I guess, that I loved on holidays and that is always in my purse is the Touchland Power Mist Moisturizing Hand Sanitizer. I was sent this by the Dutch or the Benelux PR company, and I've been using it a ton. I took it with me on holiday, and to be honest, being out and about and touching things and then having to touch a baby, I always had this. This is a mist. So what you do is you spray it on your hand as much as you want, and then I just pass it on like a normal hand sanitizer. It's very thin, it's not a gel, it's a liquid. It doesn't remain sticky. It has a perfume, so I think there's different scents and there's different colors. So this one is the aloe vera version of it, but it doesn't smell like aloe vera, it smells like perfume. And it's quite strong in that point of view, but to be honest, I don't mind, and it's part of the idea here is that you don't have a stinky hand sanitizer that smells like alcohol, which I've had so many times. Every time I go into like a shop or something where they have just pure alcohol smell, I just don't like it. So I prefer this one. It is really easy. It is very compact, and it goes into my purse. I just take it with me anywhere. And if I have to clean my hands, or if I touched, I don't know, I was in a shop, I touched a lot of stuff, and then I need to pick up Andrea, I'll quickly sanitize my hands like that, just to be sure. Very pandemic related. I would not have one, or maybe with a baby I would regardless, but I didn't feel the need before the pandemic to have a hand sanitizer in my purse. And we finally get to the fail of the month, and that is the Danessa Merrick's Color Fix. I bought the shade Nude 9 from either Look Fantastic or Cult Beauty, one of the two, and this doesn't work for me at all. It creases like crazy. Oh, we have a crying baby. Let me see if I can help her. Okay, baby has been soothed. Hopefully she's sleeping again. What I was saying was that this one creased like crazy on me. I tried it on my eyes, on my lips, on my contour, and I have a full video comparing this one to the Smashbox Always On Cream Shadow, which can also be a favorite of the month. I use it a ton. I have it on today. I'll refer you to that video. It should come up soon because I just finished the filming it, so it will be up soon after this one. But the Color Fix is a fail for me. I will not be purchasing another such an expensive cream shadow that worked so badly for me. Everybody who has it loves it, and for me it's awful. So no, unfortunately this was a fail. And now for empties. I actually have a ton of empties for me, and it's crazy. Let's start with this one. This is my Shea Moisture Hold and Shine Moisture Mist. It was in my project pan, and spoiler alert, it's finished. This was my day 2, day 3 hair refresh, but it made my hair a little bit sticky. And it makes sense because you want to refresh the curls, give them something to stick to, but I didn't really love it. It felt like the day after I used it, my hair was even a little bit dirtier than if I didn't use it, so I will not be repurchasing it, but I went through it. Then I finished the Pixi Clarity Tonic, and this was my, this was my morning tonic. It has salicylic acid and probiotics. I would just pour a little bit in my hand, tap it on my skin. It felt good. It worked well for what it had to do. I didn't see incredible improvements in my skin, and I don't miss it now. I'm using something else from Face Theory that I showed you in a haul some time ago, and that I finally started using. And yeah, this one was okay. It was nice. It did what it had to do. I didn't have really particular breakouts or things like that, so I guess it worked well. My pores are not dirtier than usual, so it worked well, and I would repurchase it if I needed another toner, but I am trying out other things right now. So I finished that one. Then another toner I finished is the Paula's Choice BHA Liquid Exfoliant, the 2% BHA, and this is a cult classic. I have another one in use right now, and I really like it. I liked this packaging. It's not the usual twist stop. It has an opening and you just squirt it out. I really like this packaging. The one I have now instead has a twist up, and yeah, this one I purchased, I think, or it was like a gift with purchase at my birthday. Maybe that's which one this one was. And I have another one in use. Love these. Will use them for a long time. Another Paula's Choice item that I finished and I'm super sad about is the CBD Skin Transformative Treatment Milk. I just heard from my inside people at Paula's Choice that this has been discontinued, so it doesn't exist anymore. And this was a skin savior for me. It was one of these one and done serums that I would put on day or night. I used it especially, or like I appreciated it especially around the birth of Andrea, right at the end of pregnancy, at the hospital, since I was at the hospital for a long time, and due to complications. And afterwards, during the first few months when I didn't really have a lot of time to do my skincare, I would at least put this one on. It's hydrating, it's calming. I feel like it did a lot of good for my skin. My skin really liked it. So I'm really sad to have finished it. And yeah, I think I've seen it online. There's 1 or 2 stores that still have it, and then it's like at least 20% off. So yeah, too bad. Loved this one a lot. I also finished another serum, and this is the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus Zinc 1%. This is the big bottle. Usually they are much smaller. The normal bottles of the Ordinary are 30 mils, and this is a 60 ml bottle that I purchased at this point around a year ago. And I remember starting this in January, so it lasted me half a year, a little bit more than half a year. It's nice. I think I am slowly moving on towards more complex formulations of skincare, like Paula's Choice, Face Theory, something that is not a one active type of deal, because I don't have the time or the patience to layer a lot of serums, especially in the morning. I want a one and done, and this one has only niacinamide. Once I finish this one, I started the Face Theory one, and that one has niacinamide and azelaic acid, so that's already 2 actives formulated together to be working together. So I already like the idea of that one a little bit better. It's a little bit more oily than this one. This one had really good water-based formula that was like a light gel that went on, sunk into the skin, and didn't feel tacky or oily at all, whereas the Face Theory is a little bit oily. I think because the azelaic acid needs a different vector compared to the niacinamide. So I think that's the reason. I like this one. I will keep recommending it as a basic daytime niacinamide serum. It's just very nice. And yeah, I used a ton of it. Another low-cost brand, I finished the Retinol Eye Cream by the Inkey List. This was my nighttime eye cream, and I do try to have more active eye cream at night and a more simple protective eye cream during the day. But this one didn't really do much for me. I finished it, I don't miss it, I don't think I'll repurchase it. I do prefer the La Roche-Posay Redermic Eyes, which has retinol in it, and they're both really delicate. It's not a strong retinol, it's just a little bit of retinol with some good supporting and nutrient ingredients, and yeah, didn't care for this one very much. And then we're getting into the mini size and sample sizes that I finished on holiday. I finally finished a ton, so I'm very happy about that. I finished the deluxe sample size of the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to Brighten and Depuff. This is a 5 milliliter deluxe sample size, and actually if I look at it against the sun, I see that there's still some on the bottom, but I couldn't get out of it. So maybe I'll cut this up. And I love this. And this was the reason I actually bought the full size. So now I'm using the full size in my bathroom. But I feel like there's still maybe a little bit in here. I don't know. I thought I got everything out. I'll cut it and find out. Loved this one. And I finally finished the sample size. I also finished a sample size of the Skin Balancing Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum for normal oily combination skin with retinol. And I think they reformulated this because originally this one had more retinol than allowed from European laws when they imported it here at the beginning. So they had to reformulate it to fit into that limit for non-prescription retinol. And yeah, I like it. It's quite a silicone-y feel serum. It worked well. I used the whole thing. It's a 5 milliliter mini that you can still buy, I think, on their website in the new formulation. And it was nice. It's a bit, the full size I think is a bit expensive, so I don't know that I would buy that as my main retinol, but this was nice, finally finished. I also finished the Boscia Detoxifying Black Cleanser. I've had this forever. This is one of those that you, that actually have a heat effect on your skin when you rub them on your skin with water. I don't really care for that, to be honest. It felt just weird, but it was quite a stripping cleanser, like thoroughly all your oils go away cleanser. It didn't feel uncomfortable though. It really felt like my skin was very clean. I'm not gonna repurchase it. It's not my favorite, but it was a very handy format to take on holiday. This is 30 mils, and I really liked having the possibility. I have to iterate that I was on holiday at my parents' house, so I didn't really need to take care of what format I took with me on holiday, but I wanted to take mostly samples so that I would finish them and not need to take my everyday big vials that were full, for example. And now let's get to these guys. I'll try to be quick. Bishi Mineral 89 Booster, Fortifying and Plumping Daily Booster. Beautiful hydrating gel. I even think it's like, for me, just the final step on my skincare moisturizer. Not really necessarily a serum. Very nice hydrating gel. Isn't heavy on the skin. Probably for a dry skin, I would go with a more rich, occlusive moisturizer on top. For me, this was enough, especially now that I used it in summer. I actually finished 2 of these, but I have only 1 package. I used the Paula's Choice Peptide Booster. This is the tiniest sample. It was 1 milliliter. It was, I think, enough for 2 days only, so I can't speak to the effects of it, but I really liked the texture and the feel of it on my skin. It felt very nourishing and hydrating. It just felt good. I would probably think about purchasing it but I need to make sure to do my research and say, okay, peptides is what my skin might need, and try it out, because I think it's around 60 euros new, so the full size. But it was a nice one. I used up, once I finished the Inky List retinol cream, I started using up some samples of eye creams, and this one is the Algenist Biotechnology from San Francisco Ultimate Anti-Aging Eye Cream. I like this one, I would repurchase it, but Algenist is expensive. So for now, not yet, but I did like this one. It was, yeah, nourishing, but not too thick. It worked well. I used a sample of the Youth Concentrate from The Body Shop. It's a serum. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Nothing special, didn't care for it too much, won't be repurchasing. Another eye cream, the Filorga Hydra Filler Matte Moisturizer Gel Cream. Oh no, it's not an eye cream, this is just a moisturizer. Pores Plus Radiance. Don't care, didn't care for it very much. I think I have from Filorga. Oh yeah, another one of the same one, used it, finished it. I think I was using them as my nighttime moisturizer, because during the day I always have an SPF moisturizer on, and those are not SPF. I found also the eye cream, and this is the Time Filler Eyes Absolute Eye Correction Cream. I don't remember it. I should have written down notes. I don't think I would repurchase, I think. From Boscia, I also finished the Revitalizing Black Hydration Gel. Again, very old sample I think I have, but in Italian we would say senza infamia né lode. I wouldn't say it's awful, I wouldn't say it's great. Just middle of the road, wouldn't repurchase. From Dr. Brandt, the Time Defying Eye Cream lessens the look of wrinkles and plumps. Didn't see anything particular, didn't care for it. Clarence Super Restorative Total Eye Gel. This was quite fragranced and I don't remember it, so not interesting. The Sensai Wrinkle Repair Eye Cream. I really remember liking this one, and I think Sensai is way beyond my budget for eye cream, so wouldn't repurchase that one either. I did use the Murad Rapid Resurfacing Peel 10% Glycolic Acid. I like this. This one, it comes in a little wipe that is in here, soaked in the formula, which is a little bit more than just glycolic acid. And I would just rub it all over my skin, then brush my teeth, because they say to leave it 3 minutes for absorption. So I would brush my teeth. It has a 2-minute timer for that, and then I would wait a little bit more. And yeah, I really like this. I really think I saw a difference the next day, because it's a little bit of a stronger peel than usual. They say to use it 2 to 3 times weekly. I would not repurchase this because it's individually wrapped towelettes or like wipes, and I think that is not waste that I need to put into the world. So no, that's the only reason. And then we move on to more multiples of things. I used up the Paula's Choice Redness Relief Moisturizer for normal to oily skin. This is from their Calm line. Loved this. I used it as a night cream on my holiday. I wanted on purpose to take it with me because I went outside in the sun. I would go to the beach, and something calming and nourishing for my skin was the way I wanted to go. Really liked this. It's a good night cream, and Andrea is talking, shouting, making noises in the next room. I'm sorry if you can hear that. And from the same line, I used the Soothing Toner with the same idea. I just wanted something that would be nice, good to my skin, and would help with any redness or any dryness due to the beach or the sun or the sea, whatever. So enjoyed that one. I also finished a Skin Balancing Invisible Finish Moisture Gel, another night cream. I love the day cream of this, the SPF 30, one of my favorites, and I did enjoy also the night cream sample, and I'm going through slowly all of my samples, which is really, really good. And I have a shampoo sample. This is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Super Moisture Shampoo. I actually liked this. I brought only samples of shampoo to my parents because she doesn't seem happy because it was, yeah, I could also use my mom's. Let's say I didn't want to bring big bottles of shampoos or even decant mine. That's how lazy I was. And I enjoyed this a lot. It was enough for 2 or 3 shampoos, and I don't really do, I have to get her. And here we are. Little Miss Andrea came to, or she was done napping, I guess. She came to play with Mama as well. But I'm quickly gonna finish this video and then go with her to have a nice walk. I like this shampoo. I would purchase it. I think Bioggio is a bit expensive, but with the sale, I would purchase this one too. And I have one more hair item, which is my hair color. I do the Magi Rouge 5.64. That is, bless you, baby. Burpees, just wild. That is the hair color that I do. I actually have to do it again, but I did it before a holiday. That was all for this roundup. Let me know in the comments if you've been on holiday or you're gonna go on holiday. I want to dream with you about beaches and nice things. I didn't have enough beach time this time. I discussed it a bit in that Get Ready With Me that I put up recently, but I might sign up Andrea for swim classes just so that I can be in the water a little bit more. It's a pool, it's not the sea, but at least, you know, a bit more water than the 3 times I went while in Italy. Anyways, let's say goodbye, Andrea. Ciao, ciao, everybody. Ciao, ciao. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.